Hey everyone, I'm back again with another r/Surviving Infidelity, and this one is titled, I involuntarily went to the mental hospital and my wife cheated on me while I was there. She left the country and said she wanted to sleep with other people. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get right into it. This is my first post here in Reddit, so please bear with me. I want to go through some background here. It's going to be long, but I think it's important history for someone to understand. I'll try to start from the beginning and go from there. I met my wife in 2010 in Europe. She's American, while she was at an internship. I was in the Marine Corps at the time, and we had an amazing summer together. She had to go back to school, and I had to go to my next duty station. We spent a year apart, but in late 2011, I moved in with her in Connecticut. It was great. I started community college, she finished law school, and by the time we were ready to move on, she got a job at a firm in Boston. And I got into a school in the city too. Her job was incredibly stressful, and my engineering program was too. We got married in 2013, and the arguments started soon after. I was really afraid of her. She would come home already angry and yell at me for little things like not having walked the dog, not having dinner ready, apartment not tidy, etc. She was like an argument grenade with a short fuse. I started to just make sure everything was in its place and done for her, but school started to get difficult and I had to back off on the household chores. The fights got worse and I started to argue back and get stressed myself. In early 2016, she stopped her antidepressants and went through SSRI withdrawal and had insomnia for almost 6 weeks. I told her that I found a job in California and she could come with me if she talked to a psychiatrist, otherwise I was going by myself and would ask for a divorce. She agreed, found a psychiatrist, and was diagnosed with a severe mental illness and started some pretty heavy medication for it. We moved to Cali, and it was going really well. I felt like I had my wife back. We spent 2.5 great years in there, until she got into a top school in Boston, and we moved back. I found a new job in corporate America that was 80 to 100% travel. That's when things started to get bad for me. This new job was on another planet stressful, and her school was just as or more stressful. I started to act out. Anger I couldn't control, drinking almost every day. I started to lose my concentration and felt I couldn't even solve small routine problems. I was like an argument grenade with a short fuse. In February, I called the Veterans Crisis Line while my wife was at another internship in Europe. I involuntarily went to the mental hospital and was in and out of inpatient and outpatient programs for 3 months. Around this time, my wife said she wanted a separation because of all the previous anger, her feeling like she was my caretaker, etc. I said okay. One night in April, I also overheard her talking to her friends about how she made out with someone. I was pissed and confronted her. Then in May, I get a call from her at 1 a.m. She was at a party with her school friends. She said, I'm lost and I don't know where I am. Can you pick me up? I wanted to hook up with this girl, but she didn't want to, and I hate her now. I drove around town and eventually was able to find her. She was incredibly drunk, hysterically crying and slurring her words. I got her to bed, but I knew something incredibly bad was happening. I looked through her phone that night and ended up finding text messages from March between her and a guy talking about how great the S was. It was a shame he couldn't come over anymore because I got out of the hospital, and could she sneak out at night? I confronted her about it and she fessed up. She had been cheating on me since February. It's now May, while I was at the hospital and at home. She even lied to my face once about taking a friend to the airport when she actually went to his house. In June, she got a full-time job for a year at the internship she did last summer in Europe. She told me she wanted to keep the separation and sleep with other people. She left mid-June even though I asked her to push it back for couples counseling. So it's now August. I've been on disability from work since February. My entire life changed in one night. I hate my job, My wife cheated on me and left me, and I have a new mental health diagnosis that I am still struggling with. I have a psychiatrist and therapist through the VA, and they are helping. I feel like when this happened with my wife, I supported her and gave her a second chance. Now that almost the same thing has happened to me, she's acted out and ran away. And the first advice says, I'm not sure what the actual problem is. It seems the cheater is done with the marriage, and you are getting professional help. All you need now is time to heal. There seems no ambiguity about your relationship with STBXW. Welcome to the next phase of your life. Good luck. And the second advice says, y'all's relationship was pretty toxic. Not sure if it was ever going to work out. That doesn't make you feel any less hurt, but keep focusing on improving your mental health and getting better and find a more rewarding relationship. And the third advice says, you have your own stuff to worry about, man. Just cut her off and serve her with divorce papers when possible. She sounds like a train wreck from early on. You need to get yourself better. Get rid of the baggage before she kills you. And the fourth advice says, I am glad you are in therapy to get to the root of what is causing you to have such difficulty with dealing with the stress of normal life. You seem to have a great deal of potential, and it is a shame that you are having difficulty with your mental health. There is nothing good to come from having her in your life, and she has done you the favor of removing herself. Work on creating a healthy, happy, and fulfilling life for yourself. The no contact with her being in another country will greatly aid your healing and recovery from her infidelity. There are many wonderful things out there for you if you will move on from this. I wish you the best. And the fifth advice says, she's already done with this marriage/relationship with you. Divorce her and let her go. You have enough problems. You don't need her to make it worse. Your wife is supposed to be your partner and support you come hell or high water. Ditch this boat anchor and sail off for your own life. And the sixth advice says, don't try to save a relationship like that, just divorce her. She clearly doesn't want you to be in this relationship anymore. And the seventh advice says, never get back with a cheater. And the eighth advice says, wow, your wife really decimated your marriage over nothing. Absolutely nothing. I feel for her, but she is the one that made these choices. I don't know that I could see my way back to a marriage like this. Good luck with whatever you decide. And the ninth advice says, we all make poor choices. Even OP makes bad choices and suffers the consequences and learns from them. One thing I can tell from this is your wife is suffering from her choices, and I'm pretty sure you can work through this. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment below and let me know if there's any other subreddits you guys would like me to make videos on, and also like the video and please subscribe.